Hey man, I'm Bronson, and I know you've probably already heard that Legend Story Studios made a content partnership with Channel Fireball, and I am just so happy. I haven't gone into depth and trying to figure out what this means long term. All I can tell you is this: Channel Fireball has a shitload of people behind it. There's a lot of users. Those users will see Flesh and Blood on their flippin' website and click into it and like it and go into it and actually purchase the game and buy it and increase the market share. That is what Flesh and Blood needs right now. That's what they want to do in 2021. I've been talking about this for ages. You guys have heard me the last month. They are trying to engage the market physically in 2021, and this is a perfect way to sell their unlimited edition product, because I feel like the market right now that they have of the people who already bought Welcome to Wrath and Arcane Rising Crucible War, they're like, hey, I've got my first edition stuff and unlimited. I don't know. People right now I feel are very edgy and not sure what's going to happen, but getting that new blood into the game, increasing the amount of people who are interested in the product, along with increasing the product and giving it to those new players, it's it's going to add a shitload of fuel to this big fire of the market. So, all in all, I know that I might make future videos that goes into depth, and I don't know how I'm going to feel later on. I don't know how I'm going to feel, guys. And I have to fully analyze it, and I'll get back to you. And I'm sure you're the same way. At the end of the day, we all have to admit to each other that this is just a great thing for Legend Story Studios and Flesh and Blood as a whole going into 2021. The game needs a bunch of new players and it needs to increase its market share. We've said it a lot, man. So that is what this content partnership is allowing. Now, I don't know anything really in detail of what the partnership really is doing in detail. Like I don't know the extent to it, and that's kind of what we're gonna have to figure out down the line is what this actually means in terms of content that Channel Fireball is producing. But I'm sure it's going to be great. I saw they made a lore video. It looked nice, and they had a couple other videos and they look nice. And I can't say much about that. But the main kicker, the thing that I don't really care much about I know the content's probably great, but if you go to the Channel Fireball website, you see Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, Pokemon. Like, Flesh and Blood is in between Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, man. This really is shining a huge ass flashlight on Flesh and Blood the game and saying, "Hey, this is one of the big boys." It's like putting, the small thing at the big boy table. Flesh and Blood's at the big boy table in Channel Fireball's eyes, and they are massive. So, I think I want to just sum it up as I'm very happy. I am extremely happy for Legend Story Studios, especially. Guys, this was a master move. I think that this play is going to work out in the long run, and I'm really happy for you guys. I honestly am. I think it's a really great game, a really great thing to happen for the game, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. The main thing is I really hope that player base of just being a community that's a homey feeling. I hope that continues, because you've got a lot of great content out there. Like the big one I'll say is, if you've ever watched the Outcast Havens podcast, or if you've watched them play the game, right, Flesh and Blood, they have these weekly uh, videos where they live stream on YouTube the games that they're playing on Tabletop Simulator, excuse me. And it's just really a homey vibe, and you see guys playing, just having fun and enjoying the game, and I hope that continues in the future. I hope there's more content like that where people are just regular dudes in wherever state or country or what have you, and they're just having fun. And if you haven't checked Outcast Havens, please do. I'll put a link below to them. But I mean, if you're at Bronson's site, you probably already know who they are. But they're amazing guys, and I feel like they kind of encapsulate the whole feeling that I have for Flesh and Blood, that you do want to hang out in the flesh and blood, but it's about the people and it's all about the community and not corporations and all that stuff that comes with all this stuff. But I'm sure that in the long run, this is going to be a awesome thing for Flesh and Blood. And if you're watching this far in the video, I appreciate it, but man, I will leave you off with this. The one thing I kind of don't understand here, and I might talk about it later, but why did they put gambler's gloves as like the picture behind Channel Fireball? Like, isn't that kind of weird? It's like is this a gamble, or is this like maybe the dice are loaded so it's like an easy bet? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hey, Legend Story Studios, congrats guys. I am super excited for Flesh and Blood's future, and honestly, this just this play really totally moves up the time clock in my mind. This is going to be a ton of gasoline on the fire that is the Flesh and Blood market. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think.